Hello, this is IK Tutors, and we're here to solve another HESI problem. So let's begin. Okay, let's jump right in. The problem states solve for x, and they give us 12 minus 7x equals negative 30. Now, I'm going to let you guys know right off the back, the HESI is notorious for tricking students, and this is one of those tricks or speed traps, and you'll see why in a second. So to the right, I've written down the basic things we need to know in order to solve this problem. Since it's a solve problem, of course, we have the general solve toolbox here with the four tools, right? In addition to the focus, right? In addition, this is going to be a problem that requires us to use multiply and divide and add and subtract signed numbers. Okay, so we have these two additional cards in the bottom that explain the procedures to do each of those. Okay, so this is a more considered slightly higher level and difficulty problem. And what they do in the HESI is when they make it higher level difficulty, all that means is they give you more stuff to do. So instead of just using the solve toolbox, now we have to know a little bit more information, and that's what these two cards on the bottom are about. So let's jump right in. Okay. Initially, if we look at this problem, we say, oh, there's subtraction here, right? And that's the speed trap. Okay. We have to realize, and we probably learned this somewhere back in high school when we started working with signed numbers, that subtraction really doesn't exist. What happens when we have something like 3 minus 2, right? We're really adding opposite signs, where the 3 is a positive number and the 2 is a negative. So it's 3 plus a negative 2. And that's exactly how we had to look at this problem. This is not 12 minus 7x. This is 12 plus a negative 7 times x. So there is no subtraction here. Okay. And that is the speed trap. But once we get past that, we can pretty much go straight forward. Whoops, get that back. We can pretty much, it's not letting me erase this thing. All right. Tap that, tap that. Oh, gonna have to keep that 3. Oh, there it goes. And the 2. All right. So we pretty much have to, we can go straight forward. So this is the speed trap. We have to realize that there is no such thing as subtraction. It's always, if we have a minus sign between two numbers, the sign, that's minus sign is the sign of the number directly to the right of it, and we're actually adding opposite signs. So we're going to rewrite it like this, and then we're going to take care of it. So the first thing we need to do is we need to look at PEMDAS and see what operation we're going to deal with first, because we have multiplication here, right? Negative 7 times x, and we also adding a 12 to our x. There's 12 on the end. So we have to start using PEMDAS from the right side to the left. So on the right side, we have subtraction, which does not exist. Then we have addition, which we are doing. We're adding the 12. So we're gonna do that. And what is our technique? We're going to look at our toolbox. Our technique is to do the opposite operation. So since we're adding 12, we're going to subtract 12. We're doing the opposite of adding. So we're going to subtract 12 from that side equal sign. And as it says here, you see this equal sign. This is how it functions. It functions like the pivot to a scale. Whatever operation we do on one side equal sign, we must do identical operation on the other. And since we subtracted 12 from one side equal sign, we have to subtract 12 from the other side of the equal sign. That's how it works. Okay, so now we simplify. So plus 12 minus 12 is going to be 0. We just end up with minus 7 times x equals. And now we're going to simplify this. And this is we run into our first operation with signed numbers, right? They're both negative. So we look at this card over here, and it says sign numbers, addition, subtraction, when they're the same sign, which they are. It's only 2 steps. Great. So it says first step, if the signs are the same, keep the sign. Let's keep the sign in the answer. So we're going to write, they're both negative, so we're going to keep the sign in the answer. And the second step is add the numbers. So 30 plus 12 is going to give us 42. All right. So now what do? We just remember when we're doing solve problems, we're going to focus and then we're going to refocus on what? The variable and the equal sign. We continue our focus on, and that's what we focus on in these problems, the variable and equal sign. So again, we're going to look on the variable side of the equal sign and we're going to see what's going on operation-wise to our variable. This time we're multiplying by a negative 7. So we're going to do what? Our technique is to do the opposite of operation. So we're going to divide by negative 7, right? And whatever we do on one side of the equal sign, we have to do on the other. So we're going to divide on the other side by negative 7 as well, right? And then we're going to simplify this. Now we're dividing by sign numbers. So we're going to use this card here, right? So the first step is if the signs are the same, the answer is always positive. So we know that we're dividing by the same signs here, so our answer is going to be positive. And then the second step is perform the operation on the numbers. So it's 7 divided by 7 is 1, which gives us a positive 1x, which is just x, equals, and then we have the division of sign numbers on the other side. We do the same thing. If the signs are the same, the answer is positive, and then we perform the operation on numbers, which is 42 divided by 7, which gives us 6. And therefore, our answer is positive 6. Okay, so I hope this helped. Right, and please remember to, if you get stuck on this problem, you have any questions about how to do this problem, you can always take a picture of this, go to the HESI's St. Paul School of Nursing HESI support website, right? The St. Paul School of Nursing HESI support website, which you should see a link in the chat, right? And you can go ahead and upload the picture in the contact us box there, or you can just type your question in the chat and our staff will be able to answer you in the chat. So I hope this helped. If it does, please remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next question.